not going to state my opinions of Staten Island on camera.
It sucks. It's whack. There's nothing to do here.
There's nothing good about Staten Island.
I'd rather live better than this, like, be above average.
It's an outcast. No one ever wants to count Staten Island.
It's a classless fucking place.
Oh my God, please, I can't even.
It's not a bad place to raise kids and have a family. But if you're 21, don't come here.
Homey, people are nice there. It's got a nice neighborhood feeling, but still close enough to the city for culture.
Staten Island is unique to itself. Most people do consider it the suburbs, accessible to the city.
For convenience, people will stay. But I don't think people are wanting to stay in Staten Island anymore.
We thought it was a nice, diverse area. But at the time, but then, you know, when we had kids and they started to get older and the neighborhood became a little bit rougher, you know, you start to question that.
At 10, 11 years old, I would walk 2, 3, 4 miles to Goodyear to play ball with my friends. I won't drive there now.
At Pathmark, I don't let my kids run around. I'm still like cautious because it doesn't matter where you live. Someone can, 2 seconds, snatch a kid away.
If we lived in Westerly, it was very quiet. And you could let your kids go out and play. You don't feel that way anymore. You have to watch them. They don't have the freedom to walk around the block because you don't know who's waiting around the block for them.
We don't even let them out in our backyard without being outside. Yeah, because we have a low fence. So, yeah, I mean, you hear stories of little children, you know, being abducted from their front yard. Oh my God.
I miss the freedom for my kids because I don't feel comfortable just letting them go out. I live in a very congested area, so you really don't know who your neighbors are.
When the Verrazano Bridge was built, there was this sense of, oh my God, all those people coming in from Brooklyn and taking over Staten Island.
They bring their values over here. These people aren't used to it. And, you know, their kids spawn and then they, you know, like I said, the contamination of the species.
Everybody thought it was a better life over here than in Brooklyn.
You know, the area was changing in Brooklyn. We couldn't live there anymore.
I'm basically a Brooklyn girl that came out to Staten Island. Next up is Jersey, and then after that, Pennsylvania. That seems to be the wave.
A lot of them came and thought that the housing that was available for them was paradise, whereas we looked at it, really, you know, we didn't think it was so wonderful. They were looking for land. They were looking for a lot of things that after they all came, there was less of.
Most Staten Islanders will say that started when the bridge was completed in 1964. But every immigrant group in New York City's history moves west eventually. Every generation tries to find, you know, greener pastures.
I would rather see it the way it used to be. Sort of, they call it like the Victorian style with the winding paths, the winding roadways. The newer part of the cemetery was designed for space. Trek housing.
We live out of a condo, so we don't have much. No, I'm close to my neighbors, you know. But, you know, you like to have more privacy, you know, when you go outside, you know, you don't, I feel like I have to always say hi to somebody.
I came home, I went to sleep. I went to work, and I didn't, you know, pay attention to what was happening in my own community.
I started hating Staten Islanders because I felt like maybe they got accustomed to the smell of garbage.
When I rode by the landfill, I kept my windows closed.
I remember I was in Great Hills for about 6 months, and nobody came outside. I was bored out of my mind. I was going crazy. I can't do it.
I am going out my mind. I've got too much time.
You go to the South Shore, like you said, you've been filming those kids and all they do is talk about, oh, we're bored, we're bored. How the fuck can you be bored with mad money and mad cars?
In the other, more suburban neighborhoods, you hear noise and automatically something wrong. They think it's people blasting music is a problem when they don't see it as people just out expressing themselves, enjoying themselves.
No rock and roll really in those days. Jitterbug, but not like today, the rap music, you know. With all the influx of new people, the ethnic groups, it's all changed now, you know. We got a lot of Russians, a lot of Mexicans and Spanish people, black people, you know. We've always had blacks in the North Shore.
Staten Island Expressway is like the Mason-Dixon line. The rest of Staten Island, y'all better catch up, man.
I don't want to mix with other cultures. It's normal for people to live amongst their own kind.
There's spots in Staten Island that I wouldn't walk around. Definitely, absolutely.
Have you walked around Park Hill? You go into any of these areas, any neighborhood where there is a project, and you step into a piece of urban New York City. you know, right here, where people still think it's, you know, so green and so nice and so open.
I can't do this in my neighborhood. It's the projects. 5 dudes over there, 6 dudes over there, little kids running around throwing rocks at cars and shit like that. It's not, you don't get like a peaceful state of mind.
You pick up the Staten Island Advance, the local paper, and you look at the crime blotter, and a lot of your gunshots and gun crimes and drug crimes are happening right, you know, in a couple of concentrated areas.
We on a real life reality show every day, and police is our audience.
I've been in those buildings to do work. I tear them down. I tear them down.
That's what sucks about the hood and the ghetto. None of us own this shit, and we risk it and we rep it and we die for it, and we don't own shit.
At times, I like the hood, I like the ghetto because it's always people outside. It's never isolated. Like you, most of the times you'll always have friends.
I would assume they're looking for attention since they don't get it at home, if they have a home. I don't know how many of them are living with their grandparents because their parents are junkies or in jail.
Nothing but creativity in the ghetto. It's nothing. That's what keeps people sane. It's just messed up. Like, kids don't have anything, so a lot of kids is like, you see them, they coming up with dance routines, and I think it's just something to keep them busy. And music is always, you know, influential.
Everybody knows each other, and it breeds competition. A lot of people are nice. Like, I know, I'll give you an example, my man Castro, him and his brother are both nice. Like, 2 brothers are both beasts. Me, I compete with Castro.
Listen, check it. Our government really has scaly skin. You ain't know we controlled by some aliens. Every year 51 scientific studies. X-File case called Mulder and Scully. They keep us blind with music and lottery. They feed the aliens, they give us technology. Why you think these little kids now found missing? They keep them locked up in the underground prison.
The problem is, because of that fishbowl mentality, this is it. This is it. The little world, this little, you know, diaspora is all we have. People don't really strive as hard to get out. It's cool with somebody to be the best rapper in Park Hill. That's good enough.
This is my 15 minutes. I mean, I don't think anything's going to happen after this. I mean, this is it for me. You know, let's face it.
You're 1 in a million in Manhattan or whatever, you know? Like, who's going to really care about me there? Musician with a day job or an artist with a day job, that's what we aspire to be.
They're lying.
Why?
That's my opinion. I don't think so. Everybody wants to go to New York.
No.
Everyone wants to go on the big stage.
You can't rep home with what is there to represent?
That's hip hop right there.
It ain't nothing like coming home and, you know, people's proud of you from your hood.
I have not met a musician that plays on Staten Island scene that says that they hate Staten Island.
I don't know, it's like Big Brother or Survivor. Give them a ferry, give them a bridge, some police hunting them down, some half-ass schools, and a bunch of dreams and talent with really no outlet. And see what you know comes out those speakers.